Assalamu alaikum, inshallah. That's not a good start to say, is it really? I've been continuing to write, and there's many things that haven't been written or untold, but are known, and either you have a high head start and already witness the marvels of Allah and the victory of Allah, and you want to share in the plunder with the proud, and because you've seen it, you believe it, and then it becomes part of your experience, which you then incorporate in your life by innovating on it, or by remembering it, or by trying to learn lessons from it, or just observations, or what rules to know things by, what rules to apply to this observation. On the other hand, there are those. On the other hand, it is to be the greatest by far, and it isn't to time travel whenever a question of death, or divide and rule, or sheep are the terrorists, linguistic observation of timelines occur, but to be straightforward. And therefore, on one side, there's the treachery of the secularist order, which tries to stop any human from bearing witness to a singular existence of enlightenment, to remember Allah. Anyone who remembers Allah will reach enlightenment. It's a known fact. The only thing is they deny it. The way white supremacists deny it. And try to innovate with words like God, or try to innovate with the fact that people might have different languages and therefore know Allah in different languages, but at the same time as saying that, there's different languages and different experiences, most people who disbelieve in Allah, all the people who disbelieve in Allah, or anyone who disbelieves in Allah, Allah will appoint devils to accompany them, and they will tutor them like dogs about what they should be doing, and because the military sort of regimental existence isn't a free existence, it's regimental. Every day they're trying to prove themselves as being godlike, or better than God, or better than Allah. Every day they want to prove themselves to be better than son of Adam, or Messiah, son of David. Or they want to challenge Allah's oneness by claiming to have a bright idea about the future. And it's just a regimental existence. It's every day every night they go to sleep, they get tutored and told what to do, what not to do, and all these jobs and all these employments. It's similar. They use the OCI simply to have a network of people communicating with each other. It's much easier than using computers, and there's no trace, and they can see what they like, conspire and scheme terrible schemes, and that's what usually happens in the OCI. It's just about scheming terrible schemes. Yeah, they claim to be good for using the OCI because it belongs to the Garden of Eden with the winners. Our purpose on earth is to redeem our souls, not neglect our souls. And another thing is, if you say if it's the secularists, if you're promoting secularism, then what you're promoting is the Gregorian white supremacy, Greco of the Greeks, mythology of the Greeks. That's what you're promoting. But it's all falsehood and invention and innovations and lies. And in the end, they realised that they didn't corrupt the whole of mankind, and then they start trying to talk to the Messiah, Son of David, who is an enlightened Redeemer, submitted to Allah, and then trying to talk to him through observations of his life, for him to sell his soul to their gold glittering illusions, and that's all they can do. And just because they're failures, any miracle of science, any so-called miracle of science goes from a blessing to a curse, and that's how it always has been. It backfires on them. And scientific philosophy and philosophical dogs just believe in unconditional love. They believe in acting out fictitious scenarios based on the observations of timelines, and they call this love. Is it love? No. Our purpose is not to try to compete with Allah or challenge Allah's oneness, to claim we know better than Allah, but to worship Allah, the creator and initiator, designer. They've been reminded so many times, but because they're transgressing in the sense that the way they approach the source of knowledge is to the all-seeing eye or to jinns, they'll just be led to disbelief. And what they'll do is corrupt it even further by trying to steal its qualities before it arrives, so that they have no joy. And someone else, and some white, and instead they claim that tyranny of white people is to tyrannize in every aspect of life on earth, to oppress all the different kinds of humans on earth, to persecute all the different kinds of humans on earth, simply because they believe that the whites have rights of tyranny. When it is just like a middle kid scenario. He's neither first nor last, and what he'll do, he'll bully all the children of all the children who are younger than him, to accept that he's bigger, he's older than them. Just by the natural fact that he was older than them. But life is about stages, and any kind of curse or boudoir that he tries to achieve, tries to endeavour, will backfire on him, and we just carry on with our lives. We know what I mean. What is it to lose and what is it to gain out of starting pitiful fights? But at the end of the day, they just want to tyrannise every aspect of life. And to us it doesn't mean anything, because one day we're going to die anyway, and all we're going to have in front of us is all our jealous egos or our righteous deeds. And so either you're working towards the Akhirah or you're working towards the material life. Either you're working for the material life or you're either working for the Akhirah. If you're working for the Akhirah, you know Allah witnesses all things. Allah's promise is true, that the last day is a certainty. Or you're deceived. Or you're deceived by lies and porky, greedy liars who state that God is dead just because of the philosophical standpoint that what if we could travel through time and kill our parents before they are born? And they use the OCI to do that, and then they claim that Allah, the Lord of the universe, has begotten a son, and therefore Allah will also be able to be killed. But instead they have a romanticized notion that Allah did not get killed, but Allah resigned and died for their sins. That's the Christian pagan ideology that they tell everyone, and it's wickedness. All it promotes is wickedness and treachery. Whereas we know Allah witnesses all things and everything is recorded. What we say, what we do in our lives. Even this television and things like that. The purpose isn't to diminish knowledge or to disseminate knowledge or disseminate information. What the purpose is to win souls. You watch TV back in the 80s and 90s. You say something back to the TV, you know, it could be a word of joy or it could be a wow or ooh or something, and then it's everyone your soul. Why is that? A little kid could be watching Mickey Mouse and talking to himself, without talking to himself, and they'll say, "You are won your soul." There's all treachery everywhere. So it's witchcraft losers, you know, all of them are sold out witches, Masonic witches. None of them can be a servant of Allah. They said think they're gods and instead become witches. That's what secularism preaches, secularism promotes. Instead, white supremacists tyrannizing, persecuting, oppressing every kind of different human or people or creatures are there, and they're getting away with it. Simply because the state has taken the role of guardianship and the role of control of the people and the control of the world's finances and the world control of the world resources. It means, you know, no one can challenge this. But inshallah, you know, when the promised land comes, you know, meek will inherit the earth. Inshallah. Inshallah. All the achievers will not help them in the least. All the arrogant claims and all the arrogant, proud claims will backfire against them. That's what that's what happens to white people. They call themselves builders. Builders don't enjoy living in what they build. Like jinns are called builders. Jinns build for humans, but you know they don't live in them with the humans. It's for the humans to live in. Similarly, the Masonic Western world are just working for the humans. In the end of the day, they call themselves builders. They are devils. That's what they are. They are devils. They're just building it for someone else to live in. That's what the Promised Land means. Anyway, my daughter's woken up, so I'll leave it there, inshallah. Assalamu alaikum.